Forward Team family, Merry Christmas. It is hard to believe that we are to the end of 2024 and entering into 2025 in just a month. So I wanted to come to you today. As always, we come in December. You guys are about to jump in the car. You're about to be on the way to grandma's house. And I don't know about you, for our family, a lot of times that means a lot of hours in the car driving from one family to another. And it's a great time to have conversations about maybe what the plans are for next year, what goals you have, how you as a couple are doing, how you as your kids, how they're doing, and just talking through kind of expectations of what to look forward to next year. It's an exciting time. And so we always talk about this in December because it's just a good time to sit down with your family and really get on the same page for all these things. I do always like to tell people that if you have never done this before, I would not have giant expectations that you're going to have some 2-day conference with your significant other, and that you're going to come out of here and have amazing revelations about your future. Start small. The first time Mandy and I did this, she came and sat down with me. We met for 2 hours. I think we both left there crying. We did not like it. I was angry. She was angry that I was angry. We weren't good at goal setting together. But 10 years later, this is something that's very important to us, and I think has meant a whole lot to us every year to be able to sit down and get on the same page and be able to work together towards the goals that we have for our family. And so the topics that we work through and the way that we handle this, now that we've been doing this a while, a lot of times we go away for 2 days. It's good to the first evening just to sit down, relax, have fun. No big serious conversations, but just general conversation, just to reconnect and really be on the same page so that when you get up the next day, you're ready to go. Now, if you're just doing this real quick, a couple of hours, I would just sit down, jump straight into the topics that are important to you. With the main topics being your spiritual life, your physical health, your personal life, any personal goals that you have, marriage goals, and that can include conversations about your kids. Maybe it's friends. Maybe you want to have some people over to the house next year. Different things in that. You want to talk about your financial goals. You want to talk about your work. Do you enjoy your job? Is it something that you want to continue doing in 2025? If you own a business, how's the business going? Do you want to start a business? That's also a time to have good conversation about your retirement and your future. Do you have passive income coming in from a business somewhere? And then the last 3 that are really good to group together, what general habits do you have as you go through 2024? Did you develop any new habits? Were they good? Were they bad? What books do you want to read? That was something that we started with whenever we met the first time, was really talking through what books we wanted to read the next year. Do you want to read through the Bible? Are there specific topics that you want to learn more about in 2025? And so be able to sit down and say, I want to learn about X topic, and then jump on Amazon, order a couple of books, talk to some friends that are in that field and see if they have any recommendations. And then lastly, being able to jump on the calendar and put down any vacations that you want to take together as a family. What are you dreaming about doing? What are some fun things that you as a family want to do? Go ahead and put them on the calendar so you can make sure that they happen. Now, as you're going through each of those topics, some questions that we ask on those things are, number one, what are my priorities? So, for example, in your physical health, what are your priorities in your physical health? Am I heading in the right direction? Have you gone backwards this year? Have you moved in the right direction? What steps are you willing to take to get to your ultimate goal with that? Again, question about what habits have I developed over the last year? Are they good habits or bad habits? And then what would I like to see change with those habits as well? So some good beginning questions there. As you get to the financial section, good questions just to go through are, where are we? What is our net worth? Where are we at with our credit cards? Where are we at with our house? Different questions there. Where do we want to be? As everybody's getting older, that's what we do. Heading towards retirement, like what are our goals in retirement? What do we want things to look like when we get to the age of 30, when we get to the age of 40? Making good goals, just benchmarks to aim towards give you a good direction. And then Mandy and I like to talk about giving and savings goals. What are our goals next year for giving? We have an account set up specifically for that so that we can put money aside, and then when a need is heard about, we look in that account and we're able to reach out and provide in that account. So, and then lastly, again, going through just making sure that you're on the same page, that you and your spouse have communicated. If it's you just personally, sitting down and reviewing at the end and saying, this is what I've talked through. Is this really what I want to do? Going through and kind of putting it all together. And the way that we do that as a team is that we do something called a 411. And so we will actually put it out on a spreadsheet. I know that sounds super boring, but it is a great way to keep organized. And just to say, in this category of my finances, these are the goals that I've said I want to accomplish this year. As a personal category, me and my family or my friends or whatever it is, these are the goals that I want to accomplish this year. And then you're able to look, maybe it's every month, maybe it's every few weeks, whatever you want to do. You're able to look and ask yourself the same questions of, what were my priorities? Am I headed in the right direction? And then the big question that gets you into some action is, what is the next step for me to move towards that goal? And so that is my challenge to you guys, is as you are sitting in the car on the way to grandma's house for Christmas, maybe you're headed out in between Christmas and New Year's, headed to go celebrate somewhere. Have these conversations. They're great conversations so that you and the people that are most important to you are on the same page and you're all shooting towards the same goal. And ultimately, it's great to look back at the end of the year, this time of the year. We just sat down with our team just to look back at last year and say, hey, how did we do? These were our goals, and this is what we did, and do those match up? And then you're able to make adjustments based on what you want to accomplish. So I hope you have a Merry Christmas, and I look forward to talking to many of you in 2025. Talk to you soon.